Let's get the long view. Let's go to historian David Starkey. David, good evening.
Hello, Nigel.
Welcome. Now, is this 1936 all over again? Is this an empire that wants to expand piece by piece, leaving us unsure what to do? Are there comparisons between the two?
Yes, full stop. I mean, we haven't really, I think, got the measure of Putin. I mean, the measure of Putin is who first conquers the Ukraine for Russia. It's Peter the Great and it's Catherine the Great. And he sees himself as their direct heir. It's not that he's reconstituting the Soviet Union, he is reconstituting the Tsarist Empire. That's what we've got to understand. When he gave that bizarre speech that he did, that's what's running in his mind. That's what he's doing. When he sits like an emperor, look at those scenes with the Russian Security Council, these little people sort of shrinking round the edge of a vast Tsarist rotunda, him there looking rather like the Russian Richard III or Ivan the Terrible. This is what we're dealing with. And the trouble is, he can do it. He's got power like the Tsars. We have given up using power. Everybody says Russia, oh, it's only an economy the size of Spain or Italy. That's not the measure. The measure is how much of its resources it's prepared to spend on war. Do you know how much we spend on defence?
So what are the limits, David? What are the limits to his potential expansion?
But just trying to understand it, he effectively spends between 1/3 and 2/3 of the entire energy of the state on war. And moreover, the comparison isn't a dollar-to-dollar comparison, because labour is cheap in Russia. He can afford these vast armies. We have nothing. This is the great difference, by the way, with 1936. In 1936, we were still a great power. We had an empire. We had the vast resources. One thing and one thing only will stop Putin, and it's what we're not prepared to do, which is to fight. I'm sorry. Power is brutal. There's no point in Liam Fox talking about international law. All law depends on force. The reason that we've had the liberal world order is because the world great power, America, was prepared to fight. Let's be honest. America is no longer prepared to fight.
And does that mean, David Starkey, that Putin's potential ambitions extend into countries that are currently in NATO?
He would dearly love to. But of course, that would, not even Biden could refuse to honour the NATO doctrine, that if one is attacked, all is attacked. And by the way, the key place in all of this is Vilnius in Lithuania. Have you ever been? It's extraordinary. Yes. You go and stand there, and there's a big plaque in the town hall, and it says, here George W. Bush stood and said that an enemy of the freedom of the Lithuanian people is an enemy of the United States of America. That is where it stops. And if it doesn't, God help us.
David Starkey, strong words. Wow, fascinating words.